Hello, my students, and welcome to this episode. In this lesson, we're going to talk about Lannes rule and triangle of forces. So, what is the triangle of forces? Triangle of forces is about three forces. Is about three forces. If we have three forces, and the three forces affect on a body. لو أنا عندي three forces like F1, F2, and F3. Okay, we have three forces. And we managed to draw a triangle and these forces in one direction. Look at these forces here. بص كده معايا على الفورسز دي. أنا عندي F1 F2 F3. لو أنا عرفت إن أنا أرسم الثري forces دول في one triangle, so the force is proportional with the length of the side of the triangle. ازاي الكلام ده بقى؟ بص كده, this is the direction of F1. We can draw a side like this side here in the direction of F3. Okay. And we can draw a force parallel to F2 and in the same direction like I'm doing now. So here we have F2 and this side in this direction, this side here represents in this triangle represents F2. Okay, and here we have F1 on this side and here F3. This triangle now is the triangle of forces, and F2 here is the same as this side. Look well at this force. بصوا كده معايا at F2 here and this side. This side represents F2. And this side, here we have F3 down, here in this direction. Here's F3. And this side in this triangle represents F3. And here we have F1 in this direction. So we have F1 here. We have F2 in this direction, and this F2 is parallel to this force here, and we have F3. This triangle is called the triangle of forces. And the triangle of forces, each force is proportional to the length of the side in this triangle. So let's write A, B, C. So F1 divided by BC, the length of this side in this triangle, equals F2 divided by AC equals AB equals F3, sorry, F3 divided by AB. This is the triangle of forces. Let's take an example about triangle of forces. Three forces of magnitude F1, F2, and 75 Newton. Intersecting at one point. They are represented by the line segments AB, BC, and CA of triangle ABC. So we will draw the triangle, and the triangle is ABC. We have AB, BC, and AC, respectively. AB equals 3 centimeters, and BC 4 centimeters, and CA 5 centimeters. It's not to scale, by the way. And here we have F1 This is the force, the first force. And we have F2 in BC. Here we have F2 in this direction. Here F2 in BC. And we have F1 represented by AB and F2 represented by BC here in this direction and CA. Look at the R as well. We have AB in this direction and BC in this direction from B to C and CA. They are in one direction, all of them in one direction. And F3 equals 75 Newton. So we will apply triangle of forces, which is F1 divided by 3 equals F2 divided by 4 equals 75 divided by 5. And we will do cross multiplying. So our F1 equals 45 and F2 equals 60 Newton. What about Lami's rule? Lami's rule, if we have three forces and the three forces are in equilibrium, they are balanced, the resultant equals 0. So let's write F1 here, F2, F3. The resultant of the three forces equals 0. They are equilibrium. يعني three forces دول الريزلتنت بتاعتهم بزيرو. And here we have theta 1, here we have theta 2, and here we have theta 3. So F1 divided by sine theta 1. What is sine theta 1? Sine of the angle between the other two forces equals F2 divided by sine theta 2 equals F3 divided by sine theta 3. Look at F2 well. This is F2 and this is sine theta 2. And we have F3 divided by sine theta 3. This is Lami's rule. Let's try this one here. A body of weight W, a body of weight W. Newton is placed on a smooth plane inclined with the horizontal at an angle of measure 30. This is the inclined horizontal plane. Okay, and this is the body. This is the body, which is placed on the smooth inclined plane. Okay, and the weight of the body is W at an angle of measure 30. At an angle of measure 30. So this angle is 30 here. Okay, and kept in equilibrium. This body kept in equilibrium by the effect of force of magnitude 36 acts in the direction of the line of the greatest slope. So here we have force F, this force F in the direction of the line of the greatest slope. So this line is called the line of the greatest slope. Line of the greatest slope. This line. And here we have the force F of magnitude 36. The magnitude of the force is 36. Okay. Find the magnitude of the weight and the magnitude of the reaction of the plane. What are the forces that affect on this body? We have this force here, and we have weight and the weight. Okay. works downwards here. ده الويت لتحت كده. And we have the reaction of the plane. وده كده حضرتك reaction of the plane. So how many forces? 3 forces. Here we have R, the reaction, and here we have weight. And I want to get weight and reaction of the plane. How can we get them? This angle is 30, and this triangle from this triangle, so this angle is 90, and this angle is 60. Okay, and we have a straight angle here, so this angle is 120, and this angle is 90 here, between 36 and the reaction, and this angle is 90 also. Okay, so we are going to apply Lamb's rule. We will write R divided by sine the angle between the other two forces, sine 120, equals 36, the force, and sine the angle between the other two forces over sine 150 equals W over sine 90. This is Lamb's rule. Okay. How can we find weight? Just to do cross multiplying. Weight equals 36 sine 90 divided by sine 150. It will be 72. The weight of the body, 72 Newton. What is the reaction? Do cross multiplying. The reaction equals 36 sine 120 divided by sine 150. It will be 36 root 3 نيوتن. That's it. طبعا كلام سهل وبسيط ما فيهوش أي مشكلة. تعال نشوف كده سؤال تاني نشوف هنحله ازاي. A weight of magnitude 10 Newton. A weight of magnitude 10 Newton. So the weight, okay, of magnitude 10 Newton. The weight of this body is 10 Newton. Is suspended by two strings. Is suspended by two strings. Here we have a string and here we have a string. Okay. The first is inclined by an angle of measure 30. The first is inclined with an angle of measure 30. So this is the first and this is the angle. Inclined by an angle of measure 30 to the horizontal. And the second is inclined by an angle of measure 40 to the horizontal. Okay. Find T1 and T2. So we have here the weight of the body, and the weight is 10 Newton. And the body here, we have angle of side 30 here, and this angle is 90 because this line is the horizontal line, and also this angle is 90. And we can find the angle between the two strings, and here we have tension 1 and here we have tension 2. The angle between them is going to be 110 because we have 30 and 40. And we will apply Lamb's rule. اللي هي ايه Lamb's rule بقى حضرتك؟ T1 over sine the angle between the other two forces. Here the angle between them is 130, sine 130 equals T2 divided by sine, okay, the angle between the other two forces over sine 120 equals 10 over sine the angle between the other two forces sine 110. وهتعمل حضرتك cross multiplying. بعد ما تعمل cross multiplying هتطلع معاك T1 8.15 وهتطلع معاك T2 هتكون 9.216. برضو لحد دلوقتي كلام بسيط ما فيهوش أي مشكلة. تعال نشوف لو عندك سؤال بالشكل ده. بيقول لك إن إيه؟ a string of length 40 centimeters. A string of length 40 centimeters. Okay? Is fixed from its two ends at 2 points to the horizontal. Is fixed from its two ends. From its two ends. At 2 points on a horizontal plane. At 2 points. At 2 points on the horizontal plane. وبعدين عايز منك ايه بقى هنا؟ The distance between them is 32. The distance between them is 32. The distance between them is 32 centimeters. Okay. A body of weight 180 kilogram. A body of weight 180 kilogram weight is suspended at the midpoint. Is suspended by suspended at the midpoint. Is suspended at the midpoint. Okay. At the midpoint of the string. At the midpoint of the string. Find the values of the tension in the two branches of the string. طيب حضرتك انت عندك هنا string. السترنج دوا in the horizontal a string of length 40 is fixed from two ends at 2 points on the horizontal plane and the distance between them is 32. So here we have a point here and we have a point here and the distance between them is 32. This is the distance between the 2 points and this is the line. This is the string here. And we have a body and this body is suspended by the midpoint of the string. طيب يبقى كده البادي هنا كده اهو في الميد بوينت واكيد اللينس ده هيكون قد اللينس ده السترينج فلما يتعلق فيه كده البادي تمام فكده انت عندك ايه عندك هنا الويت لتحت كده الويت هيكون 180 تمام this is the weight وعندك هنا this angle is 40 this angle here okay the length of the string sorry is 40 so we have here 20 and we have here 20 طبعا T1 و T2 زي بعض لأن هو one string والone string ده هو حبل واحد يعني والبادي هنا متعلق فيه طيب هنعمل ايه حضرتك احنا ممكن نرسم كده the triangular force the triangle of forces ازاي بقى يا مستر هنرسم ده كده لفوق كده وده بيمثل الويت تمام طب وده يا مستر هنعمله ازاي خلي بالك ان دي 100 بوينت يعني هنا 16 وهنا 16 هتيجي هنا من البوينت دي وتعمل كده لاين واللاين ده هيكون ايه بقى هيكون باراليل لللاين ده ومن الميد بوينت هنا والميد بوينت هنا فاللينس هنا هيكون ب 10 خلي بالك اللينس هنا هيكون ب 10 طيب واللينس هنا هيكون بكام برضو هيكون ب 10 وده بيمثل الويت كده وده كده بيمثل T1 خلي بالك وده بيمثل T2 وهنا T1 زي T2 طب عندك هنا ايه بقى في التريانجل ده this triangle here عندك اللينس هنا ب 16 وهنا ب 20 how can we find the length of this red line here let's call it A B, and here we have C. And this point is D. بص كده على الترينجل ده، هنا دي كده ب16 لأن دي ميد بوينت، وهنا دي كده ب20. Apply Pythagoras. So 20 power of 2 minus 16 power of 2 equals AB to the power of 2. 400 minus 256, it will be 144. So the length of this side is going to be what? 12. كده we can apply Lamb's rule. ليه بقى؟ لأن أنا عندي T 1 over 10 أهو، T1 over 10 equals T2 over 10 equals 180 over what? Over 12. وحضرتك هتعمل كروس مالتبلاينج، يبقى T equals 10 times 180 over 12 divided by 62 divided by 6 30 and divided by 2 1 divided by 2 15. It will be what? 150 نيوتن. دي كانت فكرة سريعة بس عن triangle of forces and Lamb's rule، ونكمل مع بعض next session. Goodbye.